Everyone's personality is like a puzzle that slowly gets shaped and formed throughout their life. I too have puzzle pieces that form who I am. And today I'll be talking about some of the events throughout my life that greatly impacted me and formed many of those puzzle pieces. The first event is my rejection from North Point. It was an incredible high school in the place that I grew up, and every eighth grader had an opportunity to interview to get in. I unfortunately did not, but I knew many of the people that did get in and quickly understood the qualifications too, such as being in NJHS, or being in our engineering program. And I realized I too had many of those opportunities, but I didn't take them. Part of it was out of fear of the work I would have to put in, and part of it was not understanding the importance of those opportunities. So in high school, after facing that rejection, I promised myself to take advantage of every opportunity I had in high school. I did my best to maintain a 4.0 GPA. I joined a sports team. I joined NHS. I did our computer science and engineering programs. And by my senior year, I was on track to complete all those things and graduate. And through this, I learned rejection and frustration, but I also learned perseverance and how to work hard in terms of my education. But life doesn't always go your way. I learned in the summer before my senior year that my father got a new job in North Carolina, and that we would have to be moving with him, and I would have to transfer schools. And after transferring, we tried our best to find a high school that had, at the very least, the engineering course that I was already doing. But when we got there, they unfortunately said they got rid of it, and I should just graduate as soon as possible since I finished basically all my credits. And I did that, but I couldn't go to college, unfortunately, since I wasn't a resident yet, and I was way too late to apply. And like that, I completed my senior year just doing 2 classes. Everything I did in the previous year is basically for nothing. And to colleges, it would just look like I breezed through my senior year since I didn't really have to do anything. And through this, I learned frustration again. I learned how to coast through life. But I also learned how to endure in a different way, to just keep going. And after that, after graduating, I decided I needed to do something, and I decided to work. I started working at Chick-fil-A, and through that, I met a lot of new coworkers and customers, and I learned many things about myself and other people, that people can be nicer than I initially thought. There's a lot more kind people. On my first days, I was really nervous, messed up a lot, but the customers were always understanding. And it was a new feeling to be met with kindness from strangers that I didn't really know. And my coworkers, I became great friends with a lot of them. And through this whole experience, I learned people can be nicer than I thought. And in conclusion, my life has had a few ups and downs, but in the end, those events shaped who I am, created some of the puzzle pieces that form me. I believe every person is unique in both characteristics and what shaped them. For me, it was being rejected from my preferred school, moving, and getting my first job. Your whole world may feel like it's shifting at times, but you can choose to either accept it and keep going, or stay stuck, filled with regret, only looking at the past. I truly hope for all of you, it is the former, that you can keep going and eventually look back at the journey you've gone through and be able to look at the completed puzzle you formed along the way.